Did you know that Physical by Olivia Newton-John was actually banned for being too sexual? Yes, it's that song that is sometimes used for comedic scenes showing people working out. Madonna was castigated for a song like a virgin, and Britney Spears was subject of an uproar after appearing in a high school uniform in her debut single Baby One More Time. Nowadays, almost every girl group dances in a high school uniform while grinding, humping, and pumping. They sing not just about feeling like a virgin, but also about losing it. They twerk, pump, grind, hump, and spread their legs wearing almost nothing, and no one bats an eyelash. The tragic thing is that more often than not, the talents of these female idols get ignored, and that too many female idols are chosen based on their sex appeal rather than talent. These five agencies, however, seem to be exerting great efforts to highlight the talents of their female idols. Now, this is not to say that they don't work the sexual appeal of their artists, but they also seem to balance it out by highlighting their skills and talents. So it's not just about sexuality, it's also about their skills and what they can really do creatively. While their strategy is far from perfect, their clear attempt at presenting the songwriting, producing, and creative direction skills of their artists will hopefully help other female Asian artists in getting recognized for their artistry and highlight their own cultural influences. Okay, New Jeans achieved something unbelievable for a lot of people. They became the very first girl group to fill in 5 consecutive songs inside Billboard Hot 100, joining BTS as the only group that has done it. And a lot of people are surprised because they feel like New Jeans' concept is not consistent with the American market. And of course, Billboard is an American list. New Jeans is very wholesome, very cute, very clean, and US is known for its daring concepts and daring music. However, if you pull back a little bit, you will realize that 50/50 Stupid is also a wholesome concept. A wholesome song is the most successful song from a Korean girl group in the US. You can argue that XG's other song is also it's a radio hit actually in the US. So if there seems to be a specific need in the market, a specific sound that is not being catered, and that is the wholesome, clean, fun kind of sound. I had one of my producer friends, whom I will interview later, listen to listen to some of the videos and songs of New Jeans, and he had two comments. He said they're fresh and they're clean, and those are the two things that very few American entertainers or American artists are providing the market. So maybe that's the secret recipe that they are holding, and maybe that's going to catapult New Jeans. If they keep it going, that's what's going to catapult them to the top in the US, just because they're catering to a market that is not being served. The clean, the market that just wants clean fun and clean music. Okay, but other than them, I think I have like 5 management agencies in Korea that I think are doing it right for their artists, for their female artists. And it's important to highlight them because, as I've said, for too long, female idols and female groups or entertainers for that matter are they're just being fetishized, and their skills aren't being highlighted, which I think is really unfair because a lot of them are actually really good. So these are the 5. But before that, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I would really appreciate it. And of course, share the video if you can. It's really helping my channel, so please do it. Okay, thank you. Let's go to the video. Lowen Entertainment, now Kakao. If there is a template on how to build a Korean superstar with Korean values intact, it would be IU. You'd be hard-pressed to find any music video, songs, movies, or TV shows she has done that played on her sexuality. If at all, she is too wholesome for many. Like, that's a bad thing. Yet, Lowen has given her complete control and freedom over her own career. She writes her own songs and makes all her creative decisions. Lowen also gave her the support she needed. from production support to PR to properly marketing her to snag some of the biggest brand deals. Lowen didn't spoil her potential. In return, IU is one of the early idols that made her agency, meaning she put Lowen on the map both in reputation and financial standing. Lowen was so beholden to IU that allegedly, when IU's sole demand was job security and incremental salary increases of all the staff members that have helped her when she renewed her contract, they agreed with no further negotiation. IU is far from being perfect, but she is as good as what an artist could get. Source music. Source music is controversial for what other fans call an epic failure to properly manage G-Friend, and forming a controversial girl group, Glam. G-Friend's disbandment seemed to have come out of the blue. But also, it looks like, at least from what we are seeing, Source music is learning. They have learned from their mistakes and are slowly applying those lessons to their current girl group, Les Seraphim. Just this week, NME published a special feature on Ha Yoonjin, a member of the girl group Les Seraphim. In the interview, NME talked about Yoonjin's songwriting process and delved into the meaning of the song. I can't begin to tell you how rare this is. Most of the time, features on girl groups center on their looks, powerful moves, and brand deals. This is one of the few times a whole article was devoted to a single informally released song, just as so they could examine the quality and meaning of the song. What's better is the ammunition they seem to be giving each member of their current lone group. They have nurtured and supported Yoonjin's songwriting, allowing her to release 4 singles and giving her a chance to perform solo in the recently held Weavers Con. This allowed a big publication like NME to actually have something to talk about of substance. And then each of the members also has their own YouTube shows. While Les Seraphim's performances could be provocative, they are given an equal amount of actual dance routines to showcase their actual dancing skills. They dance just as much as they grind. Cube Entertainment. I've said this once and I'll say it again. As of the moment, no other girl group can hold a candle against G-Idol. If they are sexy and provocative, it's certainly their own doing and aren't being forced into it. That's the least you can ask for, really. Soyeon produces and writes all their tracks, but also comes up with the concepts of each of the album. From reconstructing the image of tomboys to speaking out against sexy stars' prejudice, it has been the group's decision to do everything they are doing. You might not like what they are doing, but you can't accuse them of doing something they don't like. Like Source Music, G-Idol is not Cube Entertainment's first group. They have had their share of questionable management tactics and decision, but the freedom that they have given Soyeon and the rest of the group signals that they have also learned from their mistake. G-Idol may not have been a mega hit from the beginning, but they are proving that their artistry is strong enough and unique enough to push them higher and higher each release. That's what happens when you give talented artists a chance to shine. Adore. A recent interview of one of the songwriters of New Jeans stated that they are very careful to not sexualize the girls of New Jeans, knowing most of them are minors. This goes against the popular narrative of Adore CEO Min Hee-jin over-sexualizing the girls. New Jeans has been pretty much dressing up and acting their age. They also have been singing themes more appropriate for their age. The beats are catchy, the melodies are addicting, and the vocals are flawless, live or recorded. It also helps that the members are being given the chance to participate in the writing of the songs and being heard when they express their creative opinions. It was New Jeans themselves who suggested the format of their initial promotions, that instead of teasers, they just dropped the music videos one by one. Min Hee-jin, in fact, admitted that she felt uncomfortable with the idea but decided to follow the members. And the members were right. RBW. Just like Lowen, RBW has given its group Mamamoo free reign over their own creative direction. Their CEO was famously caught in the middle when two members of the group wanted a vacation and two members wanted to work. It was a telltale sign on how the management company simply executes what the artists want instead of insisting on what they want. There is also the undeniable consciousness of creating a group grounded on talent more than anything. Each of the members is a vocal powerhouse and they can hold their own artistically, as evidenced by their successful solo releases. Huasa is known for her controversial outfits, but she has made it plenty clear it's her choice. Again, that's the least you can ask for. Like IU, Mamamoo made RBW in reputation and financially. RBW managed to purchase DSP Media, WM Entertainment, Urban Works, and IP management company Contents X, all because of Mamamoo. Biggest lessons. One, you need to allow the artist to grow. You need to allow them to start early and allow them to grow. Give them the platform to be able to explore their talents. I think the way Source Music is doing it for Yoonjin is perfect. And of course, Source Music. For Yoonjin, even if the solo songs that she herself produced and composed solo aren't being included in the main album of New Jeans, at the very least, they're allowing her to release it and they are actually supporting her every release. So I think that's perfect. And you also need to give them the platform to say what it is that they want and feel confident and feel comfortable actually expressing it. If Min Jin did not listen to New Jeans' idea to actually do it the way that they did their promotion, then Min Jin wouldn't have had that marketing strategy that actually still works even with BTS's V. Next, talent, talent, talent. You do need to allow girls, give girls that have actual talent to actually debut. It's not always just about the looks. It's great if you can find someone with both, but it's not always like that. Wasa has always been criticized for her look. She's been called this and that, ugly, untalented, or whatever, but she has become an inspiration to many other girls who may have been told or who feel like they are not pretty. So it does pay to be aspirational, but it's also important to be inspirational sometimes. Next, you also have to tell the world about their achievements and their skills and their talent. So it's not enough that you give them the freedom to explore what they want, but it's also important that you tell the world of what they can do. The same way Source Music is doing it for Yoonjin. That one feature is Enemy is big. For them to be able to do that for a solo song that is not even included in the album, that's big. Next is you do need to know what need it is that you are serving. The one thing that Minijin did well is to research what kind of niche is not, or what kind of need is not being served in the music industry, and she went for that. There's too much songs and groups that are promoting empowerment or whatever, which there's nothing wrong with that, but there's many of them already. But there's not a lot who's catering to those that just want clean, fun, wholesome music, just want some good beat to dance to or whatever. And she's serving that. So I think if they can keep it up, they would write history in the US. To a certain degree, Spice Girls was actually that. They were bordering a little bit. They were just in between sexy and fun. Because in the beginning, their songs were about just girl power. They didn't also, in the beginning, they weren't really banking on their sexuality. It was about their friendship and their relationship and what they can really do on their own. So I think if New Jeans can keep this up, they're going to write history. They have the chance of actually becoming a legit breakaway girl group hit in the US. Okay, I would love to hear your thoughts though, but I'm really very excited. I feel like it's about time. It's about time that girls, female artists, K-pop or Asian artists be known for more than just their looks. I mean, there's really nothing we can do about those sickos who will just fantasize about over Asian girls, but at at the very least, we also need to help other female artists to highlight their skills. Would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave them in the comment section below. Of course, you can say whatever it is that you want to say. Just make sure that you say it with respect. You can also get in touch with me in any of the social media links that you see on your screen right now. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I would appreciate it. Thank you.